What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're ready, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. You got less than 90 days left in 2025, guys. The clock is ticking. Your time is running out. What are you doing to improve your financial situation? Are you actively getting your financial house in order to take advantage of one of the greatest opportunities to build wealth over the last decade, man? I'm going to stress that to you guys every single day until the end of the year, that you got to get your game plan together. You got to execute that game plan, and you got to rinse and repeat. That's what I'm doing. Every single day the market is open, I'm out here looking for opportunities. I'm out here looking for that fluctuation between that dip and that rip in the short-term investment strategy, FCF, free cash flow. And then I'm dollar cost averaging in on the 15th of every month in that long-term wealth building portfolio, wealth transfer blueprint 1.0. And man, I got to tell you, this year has been amazing. I was talking to my Wealth Builders financial community on Patreon. We had a live stream on Monday night. Matter of fact, we have them every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So if you guys want to be interested in that, tap in Wealth Builders financial community, the link down in the description box. But in that live stream, I mentioned to them that the S&P 500, it's on its way to 7,000 points, guys. You guys remember back in January of 2025, I believe the S&P was around 6,100 points. And then along came Liberation Day. I believe the S&P dipped all the way down to 4,900 points, maybe 5,000 points, somewhere in that neighborhood. And everybody said, oh my goodness, the days of the S&P 500 doing 20% rate of return is over. The last 2 years was an anomaly. 23 and 24, it did, 20% plus ROI. Well, I disagree. If you go look at the S&P right now, it's about 14.5% year to date. And I believe it gets to 20 by the end of the year. So that'll be 3 years back to back to back where you get a 20% return in the S&P, which is crazy in my opinion, but I love it. Why? Because I'm invested. See, when you're invested and you're time in the market instead of trying to time the market, you can celebrate wins like this. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm just giving you my opinion. My recommendation for you folks out there is to go out and do your own independent research, and then you can fact check everything I just said and come up with your own independent decision so you can make investments. I'm not an investment advisor, so please remember that. This is just my personal opinion. But yeah, man, I was telling them wealth builders, get in position. And, people often ask me, Richard, what do you mean by get in position? You say that a lot in your videos. Get in position means get your financial house in order. Live on less than what you make. Live on a plan, which is a personal budget. Stay out of consumer debt. Save and invest. That's getting your financial house in order so you are able to be in position. See, 99% of people don't get in position. 1% of people get in position. And those are the people that do what? Have all the wealth. Now, wealth is determined by you, not me. My wealth is going to be different than your wealth. But in my definition of wealth, it's being able to control 100% of my time and control my own financial destiny. I don't work for nobody. I don't have to clock in nowhere. I make my own money that's generated by me. There's no cap on the amount of income I can make. See, when you work for somebody, there's a cap. There's a cap on the amount of money you can make when you work for somebody. Why is that, Richard? Because that person you work for determines what your worth is. You do understand that, right? Whoever you work for, whoever pays you determines what your worth is when it comes to your income. You don't determine that. They determine it. They call that a cap. Since I don't work for anyone but myself, I'm the boss. Ain't no cap. I can make as much money as I want to make. And that, in my opinion, is the key that has helped me explode my wealth over the last 5.5 years. Now, I worked for somebody for 25 years. You guys know my story. I was in commercial banking. And every year I would sit down with my senior lender and he would give me my goals. He didn't ask me what my goals needed to be or what I would like for my goals to be. No, he determined them. He also determined if you don't hit those goals, here's your pay scale. If you hit the goals, here's your pay scale. He determined that because he was the boss. He was the senior lender. They didn't ask my opinion. I had a cap on my salary. Albeit a good salary, I still had a cap. I could only make so much money. No matter how many hours I worked, didn't matter. I could only make so much money. But in the last 5.5 years, man, in my own business, I can make as much money as I feel like. And that's a good feeling. That puts me in a position of power, financial power. It also helps me buy back 100% of my time and control my own financial destiny. And I want that for you guys, but you got to get in position. You got to get your financial house in order. And you got to start taking advantage of this greatest opportunity in the last decade to build wealth. It's called the stock market. It's called real estate for income. And it's called starting a business. Those are your big three, guys. I've talked about these for years on this channel. The big three. But the big three ain't gonna come knocking on your door and beg you to get started. They won't do it. The big three is gonna open up opportunity for those that have their financial house in order and who are ready to get in position. If you wanna get in position, get in position. You got less than 90 days left in 2025. And then we're gonna go into 2026, which will be another monster year in my opinion. Just my opinion, guys. Why? Because interest rate cuts are going to continue. The Fed has no other choice but to reduce these interest rates right now because our labor market is weakening. The data that supports the labor market, we don't get that data anymore from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. We don't get it anymore. The government is shut down, and these people ain't trying to open it back up. You got two political parties arguing with each other about what they want. They don't care what the American people want or the people that live in America. They don't care. You guys do know that, right? You do know neither one of those parties care anything about you. They got their own agenda, and it doesn't include you. I keep telling y'all this wealth gap is widening. The 1% is going to take everything from you if you allow them to. See, here's the matrix. The matrix is they get you to think you make all the decisions. They get you to think you have everything. Ultimately, you make no decisions and you own nothing. You have nothing. That's the real truth. When you pull yourself out of the matrix and you really take a look at what's going on, you don't make no decisions and you don't have nothing. That's why you gotta make sure you unplug from the matrix and get yourself out here in this real world where these people are trying to take advantage of you. Listen, you can do whatever you want to do, man. I'm just a guy on YouTube. But see, the thing that gives me the edge is I know who these people are. And I don't buy into any of their rhetoric, neither side, Democrats or Republicans. I don't buy into it. Everything they do on both sides of those parties is for the 1%. They're both parties are funded by the 1%. You do know that, right? Both parties are funded by the 1%. So stop allowing them to control your thoughts. Start doing some critical thinking, guys, and get yourself in position. Get your financial house in order. Start living on those 4 financial principles and take these last 90 days of 2025 and take advantage of this opportunity to build yourself some wealth and get yourself a safety net. Get yourself a financial future. Drop me some comments down in the comment box. And let me know what y'all think, man. Matrix? You gonna stay there? Or you ready to get out of the matrix? And come join the 99 percenters who are gonna take back some wealth from the 1%. Drop it down in the comment box. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, smash the like button. Thoughts become things. You can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy, get wealthy. I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks. Moo is gonna give you some NVIDIA stock when you open up a new Moo brokerage account and make a deposit. All you gotta do is get down to the first link in the description box. That's the Moo brokerage link. Click on it and get all the details on how you can get some NVIDIA stock. Don't delay, act today. Second link down in the description box is the Wealth Builders Financial Community on Patreon. Guys, all we do in that community is help each other build wealth, get to financial freedom and passive income. If you want to be a part of our team, all you got to do is click on that second link. It'll take you over to Patreon, and then come sign up for the fastest growing financial community on Patreon. We'll call the Wealth Builders.